Coming up on RNE-TV Live, we talk about why you might have noticed lunch is a little less crowded lately.
Plus, we grab a holiday meal at the drive-thru community dinner.
And we have admin live in the studio to talk about CCR. Get ready, because RNE-TV Live starts now.
Good morning, Cavs. Today is Thursday, December 16th, 2021. Happy Candy Cane Day and welcome to the Cavalier Express Spirit Week. I'm Han Nelson.
And I'm Camille Zindev. Today is National Chocolate Covered Anything Day.
Let's get right into today's news. This week is the Cavalier Express Winter Spirit Week. Today is Candy Cane Day. Show off your school spirit with red and white. Tomorrow is Dress in Your Holiday Best as we celebrate our community service initiatives with the annual Hope 365 Assembly. Today is Student versus Teacher basketball game. Students are to report to fourth block before the game. Do not report to the gym until the announcement. You must have your wristband or ticket to enter the gym. Today's ACT word of the day is impervious, which means not affected by something. For example, the mother was impervious to the children's noise and continued working on her project. Last week, administration discovered a second loaded weapon on campus. This prompted changes to the school schedule. Here's RNE-TV Live reporter Lillian Moskovich with more details on how administration and local law enforcement are responding to school safety.
This year, RNE experienced an increase in fights between students. 12 weeks into the school year, there have been 34 fights. This is an average of around 3 fights per week. Both administration and law enforcement have noticed an increase in fights and other related occurrences at many other schools as well.
It kind of comes in waves. We'll have days where you don't have anything, and then all of a sudden you may have a couple.
Yeah, I think I've noticed some increases or an increase in fights. And I think it's due to because, students have been out of school for so long.
Local law enforcement believes one of the reasons behind the increase in fights is the rise of social media.
A lot of it becomes as a result of something on social media, where somebody has said something on social media, and then it escalates until where there's a physical confrontation.
In the past few months, administration at both Richland Northeast and Spring Valley High School found guns on campus. According to an October 26th police report, a school administrator notified school resource officers that she found what she believed to be a gun in the bag of a 14-year-old male student. A loaded handgun was found by deputies.
One, safety is first. If you have a problem or issue, we hope that you are able to converse or speak with someone in the building to help you resolve it before it gets to a physical altercation.
On November 5th, deputies found a student in possession of a gun at Spring Valley High School. The student was charged with breach of peace of a high and aggravated nature and carrying a firearm on school grounds.
We only use force necessary to solve a situation. And so, sometimes there is force necessary because you'll have a fight, you'll have someone with a weapon, and just the appearance of a deputy is not going to stop them. One
of administration's ways to try and curb the recent fights at RNE was to implement lockdown lunch. From October 31st to November 6th, students ate lunch in their second block classes. Only one student was allowed to go to the bathroom at a time, and school lunches were delivered directly to classrooms. Starting November 7th, RNE shifted to a new bell schedule. Students now report directly to their third block and wait to go to lunch until the middle of their third period class. Lunch is split into 2 cohorts. Students are not allowed to leave their classrooms during the other cohort's lunch. Students have varying opinions on the new lunch schedule.
I really like it because my friends are in different cohorts. It's looking like it's a little better, and my students have reported that it's a little more peaceful at lunch.
With the new changes present, administration hopes to help curb incidents at RNE.
At least now with the 2 lunches, you kind of have that moment to just kind of breathe and be able to spread out and just kind of enjoy each other.
Reporting for RNE-TV Live, I'm Lillian Moskovich.
Thanks, Lillian. Our school resource officer, Officer Dorian, told RNE-TV Live that weapons and fighting are not tolerated and will result in criminal charges. If you have any information about a weapon on campus, you can speak to any RNE staff member. Senior House is trying to create a Class of 2022 t-shirt and hoodie, but they need your help. Seniors, Please scan the QR code on the screen to select a t-shirt and hoodie design. The design with the most votes will be available in January. The voting ends tomorrow. Please contact Mrs. Black at aleblack@richland2.org or contact Coach Rice at crice@richland2.org for more information. Student government hosted a community dinner drive-through last week. RNE students helped make dinners and fed families that came through the drive-through event. As cars lined up, they received plates of food donated for each member in the car. Participants were happy to give back to the community. The food was made by the Country Boy Kitchens in Sumter, South Carolina.
The Thanksgiving dinner is very beneficial to help our community and those who attend RNE, or just people in general. It gives them something to look forward to, and it also gives them a great meal to celebrate or to eat during Thanksgiving.
I think the RNE Thanksgiving dinner was beneficial to the community because we have people in our community that are less fortunate than we are, and the fact that we're able to serve them a meal, even if it's just for one night, is to let them know that they're appreciated and they're thought about. And it was a blessing for us as a school to be able to do it and serve our community.
I think this dinner has been helpful to the community because some people are not can't afford dinner. Some people don't have a family to go to for Thanksgiving. So us giving back to them, it will put a smile on their face.
Coming up after the break, Juliet is live in the studio with the administration with important information for seniors.
And MJ will get you caught up on what's going on around campus with a new edition of What's Good. We'll be right back.
Yeah, I feel safe in school. We got enough admins and stuff walking around here to break stuff up. So like, I feel like all the stuff that we're doing now is just overkill and we don't really need all of that. Like, we were fine the way we were before.
Yes, I feel safe in school because we have all our admin and all the staff, and you know, the doors are locked. You know, you can only enter in the ones that say enter, and usually they're locked pretty good.
Oh yeah, I think I feel safe in school because, you know, despite all the fights and like the recent thing, we all know what happened. It's happened before. It's just a lot more going on right now.
I do and I don't, because heaven knows what's going to happen at school. Like, people could bring guns to school and like teachers won't even know about it. Like, people walk around with hoodies on their head and like all types of stuff. Like, they could be in all black and teachers won't know they're a student or like a shooter or anything. So sometimes I feel like everything and anything can happen at school. So sometimes I feel safe, sometimes I don't.
I feel pretty safe in school. Why, I would say? I mean, there's a bunch of guards, a bunch of admin walking around doing their thing. School could definitely be a safer place because, you know, all the fights, it's kind of a bad influence on the freshmen and stuff. But I definitely say I feel safe.
Yeah, I feel safe in school because I feel like I just like the environment and being around other people that I know really not gonna like try to harm me. And like, there's no reason to not feel safe because I really know everybody and I just like being around other people and I like the school.
I would say that I don't feel safe at school. I think it's just being that we have a larger school size than we ever had in these past couple of years that I've been here. So it's just a lot of different energies, a lot of different people coming together and all the recent stuff that's been happening around school. I guess it just makes you feel a lot unsafer because it's very unpredictable.
So I got into gymnastics. I actually watched a movie and it was on Gabby Douglas, and I was very interested, and I was like, I want to do that. So I asked my mom, I begged my mom, I went and I fell in love with it right there. Because I really feel like it's giving me more confidence. It changes you. It like really breaks down who you are and like builds a stronger you. So I really love that. I definitely won a scholarship. There are plenty of amazing gymnastics programs with the NCAA. Like UCLA has an amazing one. LSU has an amazing gymnastics team as well. or maybe even become a coach one day. I just don't know where it'll take me.
Every Monday, we highlight a student of the week who has earned CCR status. But what is CCR and how do you get it? RNE-TV Live reporter Juliet Maxfield is live in the studio with Mr. Sumter and Mrs. Roden to answer these questions.
Good morning, Cavs. I'm Juliet Maxfield, and today I'm joined with Mr. Sumter and Miss Roden. So can you tell me what it means to be work-based, or what work-based learning is? Sorry.
Work-based learning is an initiative where you can use your work hours to become college and career ready. The process is that you first get an application to an agreement with your supervisor, then you turn in your application, and then once a month you turn in your hours and your supervisor does an evaluation. We repeat that process 2 or 3 times, and then you get to be college and career ready. But you have to have those applications in because we have to have the paperwork.
What exactly is CCR?
CCR, College and Career Ready. The state has put forth these benchmarks that says that you are either ready to go straight into college or that you are ready to go right into a career. And so we want 100% of our seniors to become college and career ready before they graduate. It's our district initiative to have 100% of all seniors. You can have an ACT score, SAT score, IB score, AP score, be a completer with an industry certification, or you could use work-based learning. There are 9 different benchmarks, and you can see them around the school. They're on the monitors, that you can become CCR.
Why is it important to be CCR?
It's important because we think if you can do these steps while you're in high school, you can have success after high school.
Okay, and then what are the consequences for not being CCR for seniors?
Okay, so seniors, Cavalier seniors, it is so important that you are CCR. You must start on this based on the steps that Mr. Sumter just explained to you. You can do it through your job, just like he said, with the scores for AP, IB, WIN, and other 9 other benchmarks, or there are 9 benchmarks that you can become CCR. So, with that being said, starting on Tuesday, January 18th, we will have a list at the senior walk. And if your name is on the list, you will be able to leave during your lunch. This is only for seniors. Seniors, if your name is not on the list, you will not be able to leave during lunch. So please work over the break on trying to get CCR. Work on whatever it is that you need to work on to make yourself successful, okay?
Well, thank you all so much for joining us on the show. Reporting for RNE-TV Live, I'm Juliet Maxfield. Now back to the anchors.
Congratulations to the seniors who have already received CCR status. To keep the celebrations going, it's time for a new episode of What's Good. RNE-TV Live reporter Mary Jane Davis is live in the studio with the last edition of What's Good in 2021.
Hey Cavs, welcome to another episode of What's Good. Today is Thursday, which means it's time to cover what's going on around the school. As we all know, the Media Center has been pretty busy recently with a lot of fun activities planned. Last week, students had a great time decorating cookies, and the Media Center tweeted us these photos of students enjoying what they made. This week, we received a tweet of a student taking a break with Legos. Moving on to what's going on in classes at RNE, Miss Matthews students got to work with rockets. To me, that seems like a great plan to keep students' attention with winter break right around the corner. ROTC also had some exciting things going on with a visit from Cadet Todd. RNE IB's Twitter thanked him for his visit and encouragement towards current members of our ROTC program. This week, students got to participate in the Hour of Code. We received tweets from Miss Rail, Miss Schofield, and Miss Brown with pictures showing how RNE students participated. Now, I'm sure we all know by now that this week is the Cavalier Express Spirit Week. Miss Eswood, Miss Rogers, and Miss Black all tweeted us photos showing how they were able to participate in the earlier parts of the week. Teachers weren't the only ones to participate, though. Student government showed up in their PJs, ready for their gift exchange and to prepare for tomorrow's Hope 365. Pajama Day seems to be a really popular one, and I saw a lot of students participating across campus. If I could only dress up for one day, that would definitely be my choice too. These next celebrations just can't wait until after the break. We received a tweet from Miss Rail sharing her excitement about senior Avid student Alani being accepted into her dream college. We also received a tweet from Mrs. Jeffers congratulating her daughter, Kayla, an RNE alumni, for graduating USC. Congratulations, Alani and Kayla. Well, that's all I have for you today. If you have something about what's going on in the school that we should include in What's Good, tweet us at CavFlex using the hashtag What'sGoodRNE. Reporting for RNE-TV Live, I'm Mary Jane Davis. Now, back to the anchors.
Thanks, Mary Jane. Be sure to tweet us at CavPlex tomorrow during the Hope Assembly. Well, Han, it's time for our joke of the day. Okay, what do you get when you mix a dad joke with a rhetorical question?
What?
Well, that wraps up today's show. Don't forget to dress in your holiday best tomorrow to celebrate our community service initiatives. Reporting for RNE-TV Live, I'm Camille Husendove.
And I'm Han Nelson. This is sadly our last show of the year, but we will be back next year after exams. Have a safe and restful winter break. Remember, it's a great day to be Cavalier.